I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, yes, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, yes, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that.
Macho is a Boston Terrier, and he's about to be about 4 years old now in March, so he's almost about 4.
She is 10 months. She's a German Shepherd, and she's very friendly.
I actually met my dog through an old coworker, and he was actually a runaway dog, and so she had to get rid of him. And so I was supposed to actually find him a new owner. However, I fell in love with him, and so I kept him for myself.
All right. I guess she don't want to mess with me. Cassie, come here. Cassie, come here. Come here. Sit it. Repeat the question. I knew somebody who was selling dogs, and I got her when she was a puppy. And I like this specific one when they were giving away the dogs. So.
What made me want to get a dog was when I was a kid, I always had a lot of pets, you know, so once I got my own apartment, I had to get more, so just stuck with it. Dogs were the best ones to go with.
I'd have to say more of a loyal companion. So they always stick around. So.
Macho, I got one. I got one.
What you gonna do for it? What you gonna do for it?
You gonna walk for me?
What you gonna do for it?
My favorite thing about having a dog is, unlike cats, you can actually take your dog places. You know, you can go into stores with them. You know, you can take them for walks, go over just anywhere. You know, with your dogs, and especially like take them to like dog parks and everything. You know, they're gonna always play with you. Cats, they're lazy, so no one really wants no cat.
Cassie specifically, she a sexy dog, so I like that. Just any dog in general, even no matter what you're going through, anytime you might get into it with your significant other or anything like that, she's always there for you. She's gonna be the one there for you. She don't really know what you're going through, so she always gonna be your friend.
Nope. Give it back. I would say the biggest problems with raising the dogs would be, for starters, they're not like kids. You know, like kids, as they grow up, you know, after they get to about a certain age, they start to calm down. You know, dogs, no matter how old they are, they continue to be just as hyper. They don't listen always, you know. They decide to be smarties about some things every once in a while. You know, you might tell them to go lay down, and then the minute you walk away, they're like, oh, well, she walked away now, so I'm about to get back up. Other than that, I would say there's not too many problems with having a dog, you know.
My dog Cassie, she's pretty hyper, so I mean, eventually it'll go away when she gets older. But I don't really have any complications with dogs. I'm pretty good at training them, so.
I have, for one thing, Macho being a small Boston Terrier, like he I don't know if it's because he's little in particular that he feels like he has to be more protective, but whenever, you know, he feels like he's getting punished, he wants to snap. And so I try to Google to see if there's ways, you know, better approach it without having to, you know, punish him for him. But with him, it seems to work better when you pop him in the nose. You know, he doesn't really react too badly to that, but he still knows he's in trouble.
I've had dogs since I was young, so I've been pretty good at training them. Like you said, with the Google helps out a lot, so you can really read up on how to train dogs. It's real simple. Cassie. Cassie.
You can't steal his too. I do and I don't. I feel like being around Cassie and being around Macho really let me have an insight on what it was like with Macho. He respects me still, but Cassie, I feel like when me and Cassie are around each other, she kind of feels like because I'm a female, she can, we gonna get, just constantly butt heads like all the time. So like she'll snap back at me, she'll bark back whenever I say something. Macho on the other hand, he's a little bit more calm with me compared to like if he's around like a guy, he's hanging around a guy, he's a little bit more aggressive. They don't get as aggressive with me as they do with guys. If it was up to me, when I got Macho, he was actually already spayed, and so I didn't really have much of a choice. However, I would have probably kept it. I feel like unless it's causing an issue, like say they're just around the house just spraying everywhere, or they're really aggressive, I don't really feel a need to. Unless you have one of those really horny dogs, who wants to go around everywhere. But if you got an inside dog, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. I don't feel like there's really any need to.
To be honest, I feel like a dog can never really have too much exercise. Some dogs really stay outside exercising all day. As far as nutrition wise, I try and keep her at a healthy body weight. She can't be too slim or too fat. So yeah, it's a lot that has to do with exercise and eating. As far as room to, spread around and run around, they could never have enough space. They, as you can see from the videos, they like to run and they like to have fun, play with each other. And so as far as space within the house, you just got to try your best to move your furniture around so that you can have a lot of open space for them to move around. She definitely understands some of the things that I wouldn't expect her to understand. But most of all, they understand moods. They can always tell what type of mood you're in. And they always try and cheer you up if you're in a bad mood. If you're in a good mood, they'll just try and play. So.